It appears that Sergeant Yumi wishes to speak to me again. I knew there was one more quest. No problem. Now we just need to get back to the sergeant and get it over with. Spaceport! Send me there. Okay, I don't see any red. So we're good to go. Sergeant! It's me, your #1 best security officer.
Crime is down, recruitment is up. Things are looking better with every case you solve. Captain.
I'm looking for more work.
Good timing. We just got word of a disturbance over by the Nut in the Embassy District. A vandal, it seems. I've already dispatched an officer to the site, but they probably could use some support. Talk to the officer, get an update, and interview any witnesses involved.
If someone's already there, why am I going? I'll speak to the officer.
Thank you. Normally I wouldn't waste your time with this, Captain, but a functionary over at Mass reported the crime. He'll be thrilled to know that a captain of the Vanguard is on the case.
Okay, so they know I'm a member of the Vanguard. Have vandals been a problem before?
Never. This isn't Neon. I'm sure the graffiti there is part of the normal decor. But when something like that happens here, it tends to stick out.
Alright, so who's the officer on site?
That would be Officer Noita Markkinen. She's one of the recruits that joined up shortly after you started. A lot of newer officers look up to you. I bet she'll get a kick out of working this case with you.
Okay. Who's the functionary?
Functionary Gershon. Nice guy. Very polite, as diplomats tend to be. But lately, he's also taken an interest in reporting petty crime, which means I get a call every time someone puts the wrong trash in the recycle bin. Still, his diligence comes in handy in times like this. He practically called in the crime before it even happened.
That's, suspicious, don't you think?
Take care.
He called in the crime practically before it happened. Could it be that he's causing crimes to get attention? I certainly think so. Oh, it has the wrong mission equipped. I was like, what are you telling me to go that way for? 2 tails, 2 cities. Sergeant Yumi has informed me of an attempted vandalization that took place in the Embassy District. I should go there and speak to the officer on site. It's gonna be someone from the well, because the quest's name is 2 Tails, 2 Cities. And although the well is a subsection of New Atlantis, the people of the well see it as its own city. So it's got to be one of them, or someone is trying to frame one of them because they don't like the people of the well. Could it be a rich person? Or could someone of the well actually have vandalized? We already, I guess, know who this is. We've done a quest about someone who sprays graffiti. Alright, what do we got here? Witness. Officer Markkanen. That guy looks like he's taking a leak. Oh, he's scrubbing it. citizen, and a citizen.
Excuse me?
And you're certain that's what
no
you
funny
saw?
stuff with that boost pack.
Oh, yeah. He
Got
was
enough
wearing a
flight
flannel
traffic
shirt
as it
underneath a
is.
trucker jacket.
That doesn't match the description from the functionary. And you said he was running away from the tram?
That's right. Oh, and he was carrying a book, A Tale of Two Cities.
Okay, just hold that thought one moment, sir. I need to speak with the captain.
Sure. There's a reward for this, right? Information leading to the capture?
Sir, just give me a moment with the captain, please. Thanks for taking this case, Captain. I realize your time is limited.
Yeah, that description rings a bell. It's no big deal.
Thanks, Captain. To be honest, I'm a little starstruck, but I'll do my best to keep things professional. This was supposed to be a simple case. We got an attempted vandalism, a knocked over bin, and a witness who called in to ID the suspect. We were about to head down to the well to apprehend the guy when this new witness comes forward with additional info. Just one problem. His story conflicts with the functionaries.
You spoke with the functionary?
Yes, sir. I was the one who took the call and reported it to Sergeant Yumi. Normally, we don't give this much weight to tipsters, but when it's a masked official, we tend to take them at their word.
Someone oh, wait. No, okay. Someone vandalized the wall? Did they vandalize the wall?
Yeah, and then apparently ran off and knocked over a recycling bin. The perp made a bigger mess running away than he did with the spray paint.
No, he didn't. I've seen the small amount of papers on the ground. That spray paint's harder to pick up or clean up. Who did the masked functionary, say was the vandal?
He said it was some kid from the well. According to him, the vandal ran to the tram, knocked over the bin, and took the net to the spaceport. He also said he recognized the kid's face. ID'd him from security records and everything. Kid's name was, Tahir something. Sorry, Captain, I'm still new to this. I have it written down somewhere.
Tahir Vala. So that matches what we know about Tahir. But Tahir has memory issues and directional issues. Alright, tell me what you need from me.
Well, we got two witnesses with conflicting stories. So I'd like to go interview Functionary Gershon in person. Their office is at MAST, in the Interstellar Affairs Department.
Of course it is, because that ties into Plato. Okay, let's go talk to the functionary.
Affirmative. And as the higher-ranking officer, I'll let you take the lead, Captain.
And now you are a temporary follower. Witness?
Am I getting paid for this?
Yeah. Can you tell me what you saw?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I'm riding the tram to Mast, and there was this working class guy sitting next to me. Trucker jacket, flannel shirt, the works. Now, you'd think if you're about to commit a crime, you'd be a little less conspicuous, right? Try to, I don't know, blend in, whatever. Anyway, I figure he's going to the spaceport to haul cargo or something. But instead, he gets off at the same stop. Now I'm really curious, but before I can ask him where he's going, he pulls out a can of spray paint and starts tagging away. So I yelled at him to stop, and that's when he bolted.
You're a real hero. You mentioned he was carrying a book.
Yeah, not every day you see one of those. So I got curious and took a peek. It was A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. My guess, he was using it as some sort of cover. Like, he gets you thinking he's some kind of brainiac and UC security turns their heads. Then out of nowhere, bam, crime time. I've watched a ton of detective serials, so I know what I'm talking about.
No, he was using the book as not motivation, but he got his inspiration from the book. Why didn't you come forward sooner?
I hate to break it to you, but some of us have jobs we need to go to. Besides, there were at least like 10 other people that saw him, so sue me for being a little late with my civic duty.
So I believe he saw the real person. Because that detail about the book, just, it fits
If you'll
better.
excuse me.
Officer Markinikkinen.
The functionary should be at mast in interstellar affairs.
Sergeant Yumi said you're new to UC security.
Yes, sir. I joined after your heroics on the spaceport. If you don't mind me saying so, you're kind of my inspiration.
God, I wish people would stop blowing smoke up my ass. I'm no hero, I'm just a person.
Well said, Captain. From one person to another.
Why are you guys just letting these two civilians watch? I'd be like, bro, you want to help out? Any thoughts on the case?
Right now, we have a few leads, which are good, but we don't have a motive. But maybe it's just as the functionary said, and this is some punk kid from the well, and that's the extent of it.
Well, I would appreciate you not calling Tahir a punk kid. But okay. Because that's the exact cause of the problems, right? Treating them like garbage. Just because they're from the well. Hurry up, get in before I leave without you. Hurry, hurry, get in. Oh, you gotta take the next elevator. Hey, you made it.
Hi. How you doing?
Wait, this is the floor Plato was on.
Addy?
Howdy. Hey, it's our good old friend. Elizabeth.
Well, at least I can say I knew you when.
Thanks, Elizabeth. I call her Elizabeth because we're pretty cool with each other. Factionary.
Ah, Captain. Can I just say, it's a pleasure to meet the hero who stopped the Terramorph invasion. And Officer Markkanen, was it? I see you're here as well. Is there something the matter?
We just need to go over your testimony again.
I apologize, but I can't right now. I have an important meeting I need to attend. But I'd be happy to stop by UC Security later and speak with your sergeant.
Okay. So that's why this quest took so long to spawn in. I had to complete the Vanguard quest line, all the other ones before this one, and the quest about kindness. So I don't want to be forceful. We can wait for you to come back.
That wouldn't be the best use of your time, Captain. It's far too valuable. I have a much better solution to help you along in your case. I encourage the both of you to check the information on my personal computer. I have written a detailed description of the vandal, one Tahir Vala, a known criminal who resides in the well. It should have everything you need to apprehend the thief. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah, I still don't believe that it's Tahir.
I'm sorry, but I really must be going.
I was just seeing if he had the book on him. Okay.
Yes, Captain?
Functionary Gershon's computer. Why do you have two monitors, bro? Dude! I knew it was him. Now,
Excuse me.
ma'am. Man, I need to use that. You're looking at the wrong... Sorry, I'm taking this. And he has a Tale of Two Cities on the computer. He's not very good. Tahir Vala. Witness testimony. I was at the tram station minding my own business when I saw the vandal, Tahir Vala, try to spray try to spray paint one of the signs. It wasn't a sign, it was the wall. I immediately recognized Mr. Vala from a prior incident and called for security. Perhaps that was my mistake. Alerted by my call, he quickly darted toward the tram, and the doors closed before I could catch him. Regardless, he can't hide from UC security any longer. I'll be putting a call to Sergeant Yumi immediately to have a squad dispatched to Kay's house in the well. I'll also provide a full statement as soon as I have a moment. Detailed description and time. Suspect. How does he have all this information? Tahir Vala. Occupation. Cargo hauler. We know that he can't work because of his medical condition, so that's a lie. Hair. Black. Eyes. Brown. Weight. 80 kilograms. Approximation. Height. 1.8 meters. Location. Resident is unknown, but often spends time at Kay's in the well. I could pass this information to Sergeant Yumi, but given his previous reluctance, I'm not sure anything would come of it. However, I will keep this information on file in the event other reports of criminal activity come in. Recidivism in the well is high, and it's only a matter of time before Mr. Vala strikes again. When it happens, I'll be the first to contact UC Security and let them know who's at fault. The well. Crime in the well. When it comes to the well, there's no other word for it but Dickensium? Like Charles Dickens. Dickensian. How the United Colonies continues to let this space fester and grow is beyond my comprehension. Do they not understand that its existence is like an infection that becomes gangrenous with time? The entire area is full of vandals, extortionists, and petty thieves. As far as I'm concerned, UC Security needs to take a hard, zero-tolerance policy and start arresting them all in masse. Thief near the tram. The other day, some well rat picked my pocket. It was just as I was leaving the Nat. He had his head down and bumped into me as he was making his way down the ramp. It wasn't until I reached my desk that I realized what happened. To think, I actually apologized to the thief. I reported the crime immediately to Sergeant Yumi, but he seemed reluctant to bring UC Security down into the well. Apparently, my description was too vague. I suggested he simply arrest them all as a joke, but he didn't find it particularly funny. Our thief has a name. Since Sergeant Yumi doesn't have the resources to investigate the crimes in the well, I've taken it upon myself to visit Aegis and see if I can find a record of the miscreant in the civilian database. It took longer than was comfortable, but I think I found a match. How did you get access to their files? A young man, employed as a cargo hauler and previously served time for vandalism, but escaped jail time due to a medical condition. Tahir Vala. And A Tale of Two Cities. I find it so strange that I'm nostalgic for a time I never experienced, but that's how I feel whenever I pick up a tome of ancient Earth literature, in particular, the works of Charles Dickens. These places, these worlds, whether they existed or not, they fill me with a sense of longing. Perhaps it's because the plight that ails the characters in his novels mirrors that which exists in our world. I had one such book arrive today, A Tale of Two Cities. For whatever reason, I just can't put it down. Maybe it's because it reminds me of the situation here. You could argue the well and the residential district are two separate cities of their own. Of course, if I had my way, the well would not exist. For New Atlantis to stand, the other must fall. I'm gonna go ahead and grab that space trucker flannel that he just dumped in the garbage next to his desk, which is why he ran out of the room, obviously. After speaking with the officer on site, we went to interrogate the functionary in interstellar affairs who directed us to their computer.
Well, Captain, what do you think? Is what the functionary said true? Is this kid from the well our vandal?
No, it's someone else.
You sure, Captain? I get we got conflicting testimonies, but the witness at the tram wasn't exactly reliable. If not the kid, then who?
I can accuse the sergeant. It's functionary Gershon.
What? Really? Do you have proof?
Where would I find more evidence?
If the terminal doesn't have what you need, try checking around his desk. Maybe even go through his trash. Why? Do you not have enough proof as is?
No, I've got proof.
Okay, Captain. I trust your instincts above all. And if the functionary's the perp, that means he not only committed the crime, but tried to frame the kid. If I can speak frankly, Captain, that really pisses me off. The functionary said he was going to chat with Sergeant Yumi, right? Let's head back to UC Security and see if we can't give him what he deserves.
I'm gonna assume we can't. I don't get to shove my foot up his ass.
It's an honor to work with you, Captain.
Any thoughts on the case?
We got our suspect. Let's go put him away.
Alright. Also, Tahir isn't a child.
What?
Okay.
He's an adult. He has a job. Why are you calling him a kid? Still waiting here for your pay?
Okay, yes, what?
Hello?
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship a snake. But let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being.
Am I gonna be on SSNN? Bye.
Is it real? Hell if I know.
Bye. Yeah, don't hurry or anything. It's only a life or death situation. I mean, I guess it's not. Just to be safe. Let's get our boy Oh! That was my bad. I don't know what happened. It just fired on its own. I was gonna say something and then I accidentally pulled the trigger. This is why you rest your fingers underneath the trigger buttons and not in front of them. Now we gotta wait for this loading screen again. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say now because I accidentally just shot someone with a stun bullet in the butt. Come on, load. We were literally just there a second ago. It shouldn't take this long to reload. Oh my god, and it reloaded me here? Why? Because now I gotta go into another loading screen. Why would it not autosave when I get off the tram? Whose idea was that? Okay, we're not gonna get our gun ready because we can't use it anyways. It was just a dumb joke I was making and I shot one of you in the back.
Terror brew to tranquility. Less caffeine, more herbs.
Okay. Good.
There we go.
Captain, there you are. I just finished giving a sworn statement to Sergeant Yumi. Captain, there you are. I just finished giving a sworn statement to Sergeant Yumi.
Well,
Every time I see you, I'm reminded of the attack on the spaceport and how many lives you saved. Ah, Captain. Functionary Gershon was just giving me his full statement.
It's mostly repeating the documentation on my computer. I trust that was sufficient enough to make an arrest?
I mean, it was. And we're arresting you, functionary.
Me? Don't be ridiculous, Captain. I witnessed the crime.
Functionary Gershon, you're under arrest for vandalizing the tram and an attempted frame-up. Depending on what you told the sergeant, we can probably add false testimony to the list.
Hold on. First off, these are very serious accusations, Captain. Are you sure you want to go down this road? More importantly, do you have any proof?
I mean... Oh, this enters me into a speech check. I need to beat an 8. And I have 2 pieces of evidence. First evidence, there was a trucker outfit thrown away near his desk.
Interesting. Not exactly the uniform of a functionary, is it?
What? Oh, I thought that the other one, I could use it. What? I thought I could use both pieces of evidence. I would have used the 4. Okay, 4. The functionary has a strong bias against the well. His word can't be trusted.
I've gotten that sense myself at times. Most of his reports are complaints about that sector.
And my final one, I'm a captain of the UC Vanguard. Take my word for it. There's no evidence behind that, but okay.
Well, you were right about the Terramorphs. Thankfully, the stakes are lower here. Well, I've heard all I needed to hear. Functionary, do you have anything to say for yourself?
If you think I'm going to let you bring up these trumped-up charges...
That's enough. Officer Markkinen, please escort the functionary to the holding area.
I will
Gladly,
not take this
Sergeant.
accusation lying down. Of that I can assure you. You can't do this! Your proof is circumstantial at best!
Don't worry, functionary. We're not putting you in jail quite yet. Unlike some people, we respect the rule of law.
You'll be hearing from my lawyer, Sergeant. Expect to be demoted to desk duty by week's end.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Now that was a shock. Next time, give me some warning before telling me my star witness is the one who committed the crime.
Well, just trying to keep you on your toes, Sergeant.
Between you and the Terramorphs, it's never a dull day around here, Captain. Anyway, good work on this case. Functionary Gershon may talk tough, but I know his type. It won't take long for him to crack. And hopefully, that means the end of his obsession with the well. And, speaking of endings, I was going to mention this earlier, but I didn't want things to turn all sentimental in the middle of your investigation. With all the new recruits as of late, our staffing problems are no longer an issue. Which means we've exhausted our need for a part-time security officer.
Sounds like you're firing me. It was a privilege to work with you, Sergeant.
Likewise, Captain. We have your position filled, but not your shoes. On behalf of the entire UC Security Department, I wish you the best of luck with the Vanguard and your future missions. And if you ever need to talk or reminisce about the beat, I'll be here.
And that finishes Two Tales, Two Cities.
I'm gonna miss having you on board. Now I have to rely on mere mortals. Back to work, then.
His voice is so familiar.
Always good to see another badge.
Oh, a Vavrun Scripture issue 1 on your floor. Obviously, it's not yours, but I didn't notice this was here before. I'll go ahead and grab that.
What is it, Captain?
My lawyers will see to my release.
You have a nice day now.
Looks like we got our man, Captain. And can I just say, I learned so much just watching you work. You really are as good as they say.
Stop sucking up and do your job. It was great working with you also.
It's been the highlight of my career so far. Man, I can't wait to tell everyone on the force I teamed up with the hero of New Atlantis. It's been an honor.
Yeah.
I'll make sure the functionary gets acquainted with his cell, Captain. He's not going anywhere.
You should probably try locking it.
Oh, this isn't over, Captain.
Because he's not actually handcuffed, by the way. He's just holding his hands behind his back. Keep that in mind as well. I got a magazine out of this that I never knew was there. That's why I'm looking in the other cells.
It's been an honor, Captain.
Just to check.
Hey there.
Hey there.
New Atlantis has never been safer, and we have you to thank. See you later.
Bye.